Hello everyone, so this is the third and final video of the ultimate mullet setup for touring. This would apply maybe also for gravel riding, and this is, I think, the most important one because we're going to talk about the rear derailleur. And when it comes to mullets, I see a lot of videos on the internet, and most of them they pretty much put this derailleur extender here on the derailleur hanger, and they try it on bike stands and claim that it works. And my experience riding it a lot while traveling, so my conclusion is that although it works, it doesn't work as good as it should. And as you can see, my setup is a little different, and for me it works better, and I'll talk a little bit about it. So this derailleur extender, the main flaw of it is that it works pretty good on the big cogs, but when it comes to the small cogs like the 11 and the 13 ones, the pulley wheel gets too far away, because it goes down, and the pulley will get too far away from the cogs that it doesn't change very good on the small cogs. So after a lot of trial and error, I tried to use this thing at an angle, like put it at a 45-degree angles like this, and I had to do some grinding, like I grinded the limiter here in order to do this, to put it this way at an angle, and it still didn't work very good on the small cogs. It was like a half-assed, like not good in any end. So inspired by the new Shimano derailleurs that have the shadow technology, I found this extender, which is a much longer extender on AliExpress. And I had this idea of putting it at a 90-degree angle. Of course, as I said, inspired on I think the wolf tooth, or even like the new Shimano rear derailleur with the shadow, as I said. And for me, it works much better. Not only this, like as you can see, I made some other changes, like putting a bigger pulley wheel here, and I'll talk a little bit about it. First thing I want to say is that when you put this thing at a 90-degree angle, you need to do, it's not meant for that. Okay, so you need to do some filing, because there is a lot of interference, either here with the derailleur cage. There's some interference here. Sometimes it hits, so I had to file it, to cut it, the excess of it here. I also had to do, I tried to create, so this here is a limiter for the B screw, as you can see. And when I put it like this, this is just to a representation, okay, because it's installed, it's not possible to see. I tried to create another limiter somewhat here, to put the derailleur on the natural position, but it didn't work. So finally I put it, as you can see, the B limiter is pointing upwards, and it's unscrewed all the way, because when you start screwing the B screw, the derailleur was going like up, and it's like wasn't working better. And I already had the clearance, so I didn't need to screw the B limiter. Okay, what else did I have to do? Of course, I had to put a longer cable outer here in order to reach this. This is like a small changes, but the main thing that I did is that with the original pulley wheel, the chain was getting like even if I added chain links, the chain was getting too stretched, in order to, like, when I put on the small, it was getting very close here, and when I put on the big, it was getting too stretched. And I'll show you how it is right now. So as you can see, this is the small and small on the chainring, the small cog on the rear. Okay, so this is the big and small, and this is the big. There's a little bit of rubbing here on the front derailleur, but the main thing I want to show, because you're not supposed to use big anyways, but the chain is not too stretched compared to other mullet setups that you see. It's quite okay in this situation, and this is thanks to the bigger pulley wheel. You can find this. This is not like one of those ceramic bearings, because those are shit. They don't last very long. This is a normal bearing, like a steel bearing, and there's one point here that I want to show. This is a narrow wide pulley wheel. It's not very common to find it, and I put it because it helps, like, holding the chain better. I put the same one also here on the top pulley wheel. This is a narrow wide, and I went one tooth smaller. The original one was 11 tooth. This is a 10 tooth or teeth. I don't know exactly, and it helps, like, with the clearance against the cog. So this is what I wanted to show. Like, as you can see, and as I showed here, there's a lot of grinding in this setup. You know, I had to, like, do some grinding on this derailleur extender. I did some grinding here, some grinding here on the cage, because there's a lot of interference. But at the end of the day, it works much better than anything else, like anything that I've tried. And I've tried, like, multiple different things, and I find it's to be like a budget solution. So that's it. That's the final video of the series, the ultimate mullet setup. That's it's not a great name, but yeah, thanks for watching.